So my questions they'll co-align with what he was asking, but a bit different. So the first one I want to ask about the same question that he previously asked about identifying whether the elected leader is not corrupt or is corrupt or is the right person. Is Let's take for instance that story that you gave about the necklace. Uh, as much as there are circumstances whereby he was told that he discovered that the necklace is fake, but somehow, if you look to the other side, he might also have that thoughtfulness of saying, what if even if it's fake, I try to sell it?
What if?
It is fake, but I try to sell it. So in this, I'm going to put it in the shoes of the elections. As much as people get education and understand that they are corrupt and humble contestants in these elections, some they are even deceived, or they still have that mentality of saying, even if we put them, the humbled elected leaders on power, they will still be corrupt. So the question now comes: is it about the leaders, or it's about the people themselves?
You see, you said, what if he tries to sell the necklace, fake necklace?
Mm.
Who will buy? The one who doesn't have knowledge.
Yes.
The one who has knowledge, he will be able to identify this is a fake necklace. Why should I buy?
So how can you break that circle? Because you see, the circle
Knowledge,
still
knowledge.
continues.
See, what this book talks of is, first of all, we have to understand the system, what the system is, and what the system should be. Then we have to see the difference between what the system should be and what it is. Then we have to understand why it is. Then we have to understand those reasons, the why. After understanding those reasons, then we have to see what is the solution. Okay. So when you come to page number, question number 110, I will ask Divyansh, because Divyansh has read the book. I will ask Divyansh to give an answer to his questions.
Yes, sir.
His question is how to identify the real leaders from the fake leaders. This is a question.
Okay. So, sir,
What this book says, how, what you have learned from the book to tackle this problem.
so identify the corrupted and non-corrupted leader. So, sir, give a suggestion that we have to make election two times. Like, firstly, we have choose one candidate from every party. In this way, we can choose um, our favorite representative from each party, and after that, we conducted election in those chosen candidate. In this way, we can choose a non-corrupted leader. So this will benefit. And one thing also, we can also conduct election on ballot box with the scanning system, which help to give answer result of election on that day also. In this way, the corrupt we can not elected corrupted leader, and we can also conduct a free and fair election.
You have read the book up to what page number?
Up to 178.
178. So when you reach page number 213, question number 110, you see what is important is, you read the story of thief yesterday.
Yes.
What was that story?
The-
Abraham, you tell me. Question number 127.
Yes. So the story of the
You can
thief.
open page number 270.
270.
What was this? Now you can refresh your mind.
Okay.
You can
So, as concerned with this whole story, the story is all talking about is, uh, does the thief want the owner to be aware that he is coming, or they want to steal, or also does the owner or want the thief to have access to his property or his goods? Those are the main theme of the questions that I've got from this.
see, the main point is, if the owner is sleeping, owner does not want to awake himself.
Mm,
He will give free hand to the thief to steal his property.
yes.
Thief will continue to steal. Thief will not educate the owner to wake up. I'm stealing your property. Thief will not do that.
No.
The one whose property is being stolen, he has to wake himself. He has to become aware. So the public will have to become aware. Once the public becomes aware, public will press for a system which will be transparent. This you will get to learn when you read question number 110. 110 question provides guidelines as to what kind of different measures are required in the system to create a check which will not allow corruption to happen only. Then the corrupt leader will not come to fight elections only, because they know they cannot do indulge in corruption. So once you will reach, I will ask Fabia to explain 110. You have read that. What have you understood? Question number 110, page number 27. Page number 213. 213. This is the question. So this question deals with number of measures which are required to be taken to ensure that corrupt people are not able to indulge in corruption. Even if people are corrupt, they will not be able to indulge in corruption. So you have read this.
Yes.
What have you understood from this?
Okay. According to this, there's some answers which solve the lines of poverty. For example, they suggested that there should be hospitals, schools, and also food, which which should be equal to every individual, according to the poor and also the rich, so that they can be equal. It also mentioned that the school premises should also invite some retirees, so that some retirees to provide their knowledge on how they were living before to the children, so that those children can have knowledge. And also it mentioned about the voting, where voting starts at the age of 18, but it suggested that it also have to include the children below the age of 18, so that they can also have knowledge on how to vote. It also included the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the upper house and the house of people, where it has to be, there should be technological advancement in those houses, so that people can vote according to how they feel. Uh,
You can open and see more points.
and also in healthcare, where every individual should be equal, and in education, where poor people should also do some activities, for example arts, drawings. And also parents were told to have knowledge on how they can live their real life, to have knowledge on how they can provide knowledge to their children. And also when voting, there should be investigations. For example, there are public servants who are being included in the procedure of voting, for example the IAS, so that so that there can be no rigging. And also those public servants who work there and the political people should also be accountable to the and accountable and transparent to the public.
Continue.
So,
It says if there is a complaint against a public servant, normally the senior authority of the public servant investigates the complaint. Complainant is not allowed to become part of the investigation. This says complainant should also be allowed to become part of the investigation. Every investigation should be done in front of him. Then this public servant will not be able to connive amongst themselves to save the culprit. So like this, when you will read this, you will find a number of measures, because this is the longest question and answer is the longest, with number of measures to be taken by us as citizens to demand this kind of a system from the government, from the elected people. But this we can demand once we are aware of the whole system. When we are aware of the whole system, then we will automatically demand this, make policies like this. When policies are correctly made, automatically there will be check on corruption. Even the corrupt person will not be able to indulge in corruption. And then time will come when the corrupt will not fight elections only, because they will know that what's the use of fighting election when they cannot indulge in corruption. We have to create a system like that. The system itself should discourage corrupt people. Present system encourages corrupt people to come to power. Because the system, you yourself said, they sell fake promises. The system is allowing them to sell fake promises. If the system does not allow them to make fake promises, then so if they are able to get away by making false promises or fake promises, that means system is allowing them. There is no accountability. The system should fix an accountability. So once the accountability is fixed, how will they be able to make false promises? If we fix the responsibility, if you make a promise, you have to fulfill it. Otherwise, you will go to jail. Isn't it? If somebody makes a false promise, and on the basis of false promise he takes the votes and does not fulfill the promise, and if there is a condition, if you make a false promise, do not fulfill, you will go to jail. Will he make a false promise?
No.
So we have to create a system which does not allow a person to make a false promise. That means the present system is allowing them. That is why they are making false promises.
Yes.
And no accountability.
Yes.
So that means the system is wrong.
Yes, it's wrong.
We have to correct the system.
Yes.
To correct the system, all these number of measures are to be taken. The importance of these measures you will understand after you have read the complete book. Because this book progresses step by step. It takes you from one stage of understanding to another stage of understanding, then to next stage of understanding. And once you have read the complete book, and you also have discussions on the book, which clarify, just like you were confused just now.
Yes.
Discussion has allowed you to become clear.
Yes.
You first said the system is not allowing them. Now you agree the system is allowing them. So this kind of clarification is required. Amongst the educated people also there is a confusion. What about the uneducated people? So if we become aware with clear knowledge, only then we will be able to spread clear knowledge among others. And once we are able to spread clear knowledge, only then others will understand our point of view.
So say I wanted to ask, according to your judgment for the book that you have written, nowadays is it equality or is equity in the current societies?
Okay. At this moment, nothing is happening. Those who have the power, they get everything. Those who do not have the power, they get nothing. So if you read this, look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. What does this say? Inequality, equity, equality, justice. So that you have not reached this number, na page number. So once you read this, you will get an answer. This is justice. This is inequality. This is equality. This is equity. This is justice. It explains the difference between all. Okay. Any other question? So far, whatever questions that were there in your mind, they have all found answers in this book.
Yes.
No question is there which has no answer in this book. And answer with proper logic, not just answer for the sake of answer.
Yeah, no, no,
And logic which you can relate with real life,
yes.
right?
There was the story of a man and his wife, where the man, there was a car outside, like
Yes.
the blue car, and then the wife was asking about whose car is this, and the man kept on telling the wife that it's not our car, mind you should mind our own business, we don't know it. 6 months again, the wife kept on asking until where the father of the man came and said that, where's your car? Where is the car was already stolen. So it was in the conclusion, it was said that it was the ignorance of a man that the car was stolen, because the man filed a complaint to the police. But then, how is it ignorance? While the man didn't know that it was a present from his family.
So this is the ignorance. Similarly, is with our rights. If we do not try to understand our rights, and we will not demand them. This story is to explain how ignorance can cause harm to you.
Okay, but the man didn't know that it's a present from his
He
family.
did not know, na? He learnt it much later
Later,
because
but
it
the
was
car
a
was just
surprise.
parked.
It was a surprise. His father said it was a surprise gift. So when I was pointing out again and again, he should have checked.
But there was no sign for it.
Huh? You see, that is what, na? See, now we are discussing about our rights and becoming aware. If we still do not become aware, who will be faulty?
Okay, but at least he should have given the knowledge that it was the present, the surprise.
Then there would not have been a surprise.
It was outside.
It was outside. Man, see, as a conscious man, we should check. See, this is to just to explain to you how ignorance can harm our interest. Similarly, there are rights available. Rights are already available in a democratic system, but people are not aware. And if you try to educate them, they avoid to listen to you. They want they ignore your wisdom, your suggestions. They ignore. So normally, if you go to slum areas or to even educated people, you tell them that these are our rights. Let us raise a voice. Will they support you normally? No. So they are ignoring it, just like the car. So this is to send a message how ignorance can harm your interests. The story is to make the reader understand the importance of understanding your rights. See, the purpose of answering some of the questions through the stories in this book is to make the understanding easy than to have a complex narrations. So the whole idea is to understand the importance of your rights. If you ignore your rights, somebody will take advantage. If he was aware this car belonged to him, he would have taken care of it. But he was not aware, he did not take care of it. Car belonged to him in any case, but he did not take care of it. Then it was stolen. And you relate it with the story of thief now. Thief is not going to make the owner aware. So these are interconnected. This book is not one standalone chapter. These are all interconnected. So when you connect the dots, then you will make a holistic understanding. Any other question?
Yeah, sir, I want to ask in the on the issue of corrupt and non-corrupt leaders or the policymakers in our government. Of course, in the government, they are corrupt. There are those who are corrupt and those who are non-corrupt. And if we look at the numbers, it might seem like those who are non-corrupt are a bit more than those who are corrupt. If I'm okay, if I'm right, why don't those who are non-corrupt try by all means to go against those who are corrupt to fight for justice for the citizens
There
of
is
the
a
people?
question on this which you have already read. Question number 41, page number 119. Page number 119. 119. You must have read this.
Yes, I read it.
And the next question also.
Yes.
Question number 42.
Yes.
Then you must have read question number 43.
Yes.
Does does these questions cover your point? I said that this book will get
It will
answer
be-
for everything.
Yes, true.
This means you need to reread the book.
The answer which I got from the book, it said those who are non-corrupt cannot go against those who are corrupt because those who are corrupt may, in most scenarios, they act in groups to defend themselves against those who are non-corrupt. And also those who are non-corrupt, they work separately.
Hmm.
But why can they come together to fight corruption?
Ignorance. You see, what we are saying, 5% population is holding 95% wealth. This you have read.
Yes, I saw that.
95% is holding how many? 5% wealth. 95% population has how many votes?
95%.
Population has how many votes?
95% person having 95%
95%
votes.
votes. So 95% are poor. How can 95% be poor and 5% people holding 95% wealth when 5% people only have 5% votes? Who has the majority votes? Rich or poor?
Sir, poor.
Poor. So why poor? Ignorance.
Yeah, lack of
That is
knowledge.
that is what is happening with this honest public servant also. They're not awakening the public. They should go to the public. Knowledge in democracy is the most important thing.
Hmm.
Without knowledge, democracy is a failure. Corrupt people will take advantage of your ignorance only. They will not create the system which creates a check. They will create loopholes in the system to keep the power amongst themselves and misuse that power. So only if people have correct knowledge, then they will be able to demand the proper system with check and balance, proper check and balance, which do not allow them to indulge in corruption. So I will suggest you read this book again and again. One reading, two reading, three readings are not sufficient. At least 10, 15 times you will need to read this book and have discussions also. Is discussion clarifying you better than reading?
Yes, it is.
You're getting all the answers.
Yes.
I hope everyone is getting the answers and clarification. And you see, it is not coming from me. I have done research. I've done study of different subjects. I've experienced things, observed things. I've done a lot of hard work and real work, not superficial work, to write this book. And my only concern was there should be change in the society. It should not become just a fictional story for others. A fictional story will not help. You have to relate with the realities. So when you read this book, you can relate with the actual happening in the society. You will find a relation between what is happening in the society and what is written in the book. Once you understand the democracy properly and you are able to spread that knowledge amongst others, which you will be able to do only when you have the correct knowledge yourself. Now, these public servants we talk of, they have also studied what has been taught to them. They have not studied this book. They're only studying what the syllabus has been given to them to. And who has made those syllabus we discussed yesterday? Who makes this syllabus?
The Minister of Education.
They, what kind of syllabus will they make? To give you equality or to enslave you?
To enslave us.
Then these public servants, even if they are honest, but they're enslaved. Their mind doesn't have the knowledge. So you people will be able to spread the knowledge now. You will be harbinger of hope for the society now. You have very big responsibility on your shoulder, all of you, because this knowledge will not reach many people. It can reach others through you. So you have an opportunity to discuss, read the book, discuss the book, clarify your points, and reread the book again. Further make a deeper understanding. So you have so much clear thoughts that there should be no doubt in your mind about what action is required, how that action is to be implemented, how people are to be moved. Everything will become clear when you understand this book clearly. Any question? Anybody else? So I am very happy that you people are getting from this book all the answers. And it is even more important considering that this book was written in the context of India, though it is universal in appeal, and most of the things described in the book will be found similarly in other parts of the world, including Zimbabwe. Because everywhere in the world there is a disparity gap between rich and poor. The middle class is suffering. The poor are suffering the most. The middle class is sandwiched between the poor and the rich, and rich are enjoying all the resources and the benefits. There has to be fair policies which creates proper opportunities for every child born in this earth. No child should feel bad about the poor condition of his parents. He has no fault. So this is the message of this book, and how to bring that equality. So this describes the system. So thank you very much for participation in today's discussion. We will continue to discuss the book as you make further progress in reading, and you make a second reading, both of you. Once you have done the second reading, you will be in a much better position to have discussion over even higher level. Thank you.